In this presentation, I will be talking about an artwork named Untitled 228, created by Cindy Sherman in 1990. Although it is known as a photograph, in actuality, a chromogenic color print. So who was Cindy Sherman? She was known as a contemporary master, known for embodying and enacting images from popular media. She was born during the feminist movement in America, thus she was dubbed a feminist artist. Her work tackles issues regarding female identity, sexuality, and pornography during her age. So, what is the portrait about? Well, the portrait is about Judith, who has recently decapitated Holofernes. In one hand, she holds the decapitated head of Holofernes, and in the other, she holds a knife which she used to cut his head with. The viewer can see that her head is tilted to her left, giving the viewer a blank stare. Her clothing, though glittery and looking rich, upon a closer inspection, looks cheap, and her makeup looks heavily done. Also, the head of Holofernes looks like a second-hand mask for Halloween. The clothes she wears is made up of brilliant red. The red here signifies lust, seduction, and blood. Judith had seduced Holofernes and murdered him in order to preserve the Jewish community. The portrait also makes use of prosthetic elements such as large feet and a fat belly. The carpet that Judith stands on is made up of green grass speckled with flowers. I find this ironic how that though the carpet she stands on is made up of flowers, she had just recently committed a gruesome murder, which is nowhere near innocent. We know that she's standing in front of Holofernes' tent, and in fact that she's leaving it. This is represented by the array of printed textiles behind her, which refer to the Middle Eastern vibe, which infers that it was tent of Holofernes. Also, the darkened parting between two clothes implies that Judith has just left the tent. The subject is pushed forward in the picture plane, so it's not flat, but it's almost 3D, but it's not really 3D. Also, the artist uses bright colors and great contrast of light and dark. On top, above the waistline, and to the left of Judith, we can see bright colors and a lot of light, whereas on the contrary, we see darkened shades. This work was influenced by Baroque art of the 17th century. This could be told by the treatment of space that is given to all the objects in the picture. It was also influenced by the heroines in the paintings of Botticelli, by their gesture of their face, tilting to their left or right. Also, it was influenced by Renaissance era fashion. This could be seen in the swollen belly that Judith has. Overall, we can see that Judith's character is artificial, heavily made up, and the lightning on her face dramatizes the effect of the scene. Where Holofernes' head should be looking frightening and proud, it looks like a Halloween mask. So the purpose. Sherman asked the viewer to consider layers of unrealities, beginning with the props and prosthetic employed in the image, so the large feet, the bellies, the dramatized face, the Halloween-like looking mask. This image also questions the complex implication of a violent murder. So, Judith only has bloody hands, and there's no blood anywhere near her clothing or her face. Kind of strange. So there's no evidence of a grim act anywhere else but her hand, which is pretty crazy. Also, it is to be noted that Sherman herself was a stand-in prop, so it is Sherman herself that we see in the picture, dressed like Judith, holding Holofernes' hand. Sherman's Untitled number 228 both blatantly exposes and provides an art historical context for her contemplations on the nature of narrative